Your strength is equal to my health. And she's not wrong.
That's a goddamn problem.
That's hilarious.
Stand behind Skitter.
There you go.
Right. I don't know the numbers.
Oh, hold on. Oh, the call? Hold on. I know numbers. Hold on.
8675309.
What do you mean about this turkey, Zach? It's a little too sweet.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
Right.
like you can't really taste the beef. It's just like
835?
sugary.
I think you should ask the dog.
6.
The dog disagrees.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay.
8863.
Are we there? Because the final approach to the castle has got those icy steps, and you start to see the beginning of the courtyard. You've got the two main battlements coming at you.
258. A sturdy stone castle devoid of warmth and ostentation. That's a new word.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Ostentation?
Yeah. Squats atop the cliffs overlooking the town and the frozen harbor. Warding the castle entrance are thick, battle-hardened wooden doors. 4 cylindrical guard towers have wind-worn flags bearing the town's heraldry fluttering above their tiled conical roofs. Their towers are connected by icy battlements and parapets. Fuck, I can read. Atop the castle walls and within the guard towers, torches flicker.
So the
I can read.
whole point of having a castle is to defend it. What the fuck is here that's worth defending?
It's a good question.
Pride? That's usually a good option.
I'm gonna call it a history check, even though you wouldn't know the general history of this place. You still could pull that answer from a history check.
I'll do one too.
Both of you come to the conclusion that this place was here long before anything else. They put this up first, and then the town came up around it, or even some other parts of Ten Towns. This could have been brought up even before Ten Towns did. Oh wow, Ezzy, you actually know. Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah, there was a noble family that brought this up before Ten Towns even existed. They created the small village came up around it, and then it was attacked by orcs. They swarmed in. Those guys retreated back into the keep, but they left the rest of the town outside, so everybody died. And then finally they were shut in and died off. It was a very long time ago, before Ten Towns was a thing. So this castle's been here for a while.
Oh, greedy nobles.
But even with the natural 20, you don't remember their names or exactly. It was like 200 years ago though. That much you got.
Mm-hmm.
Does everyone have the map?
Yep.
Is it supposed to be grayed out?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
the parts of it you can't see.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was a res issue or if you had grayed it out, and it was a little unclear for me.
What's it got to do with me?
What?
Do better.
You called
That's funny.
You called it a res issue?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rendering issue, is that better?
Resolution, res.
It looks like, actually, I don't think it's a castle. I think it's a reservoir.
Oh boy, there is a. We'll get to that. But
A reservoir of bad puns.
These large wooden doors are actually opened as if they're waiting for you. These wooden doors are closed over here, and there are 2 men standing between you and the second set of wooden doors.
We have taken a long rest since we last
I
fought.
saw a short rest happen. Do you guys want to do a long rest?
I would absolutely assume we did.
That's...
Yeah, Braden was laying on the table. Can we nap first?
One
And
of
then-
the state things assumptions. Yes, we've taken a long rest, if that's okay, Chris.
How do you do hit dice?
I
Well,
can tell you
if
how
we're
to
gonna
hit
do
points
a-
in a minute. I don't know when the long rest happened, but whatever.
Before we left the tavern.
But we didn't have a place to sleep.
No, you did
Not
do
that tavern. The tavern we killed Durgar in.
No, we didn't rest
That
there.
was a inn, and it was it was closed, and yeah.
How far away was the inn to where we are now?
It's in the same town.
Oh, shit. I shall recheck those boxes.
I think we did take a short rest though.
Short
So
rest.
your pack magical region, is that something you do, Chris, or is that something we do?
I can do it. You can do it.
Would you mind doing it for me, Christian? I have no idea
Short
how
rest.
to.
I already did.
Oh,
How do you do hit dice?
would you mind doing it again, please? Because I just ticked some boxes and unticked some boxes and I'm confused.
I think you're all set there, Rez.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Your character looks right. Your short. What's your short rest stuff? I'm looking for it now.
My pack magic didn't go, and neither did Rez's, I think. Pack magic is on a short rest.
I don't have pack. I'm not a warlock yet.
I just did short rest again.
Do.
I don't know that I can manipulate that though.
Yeah, your pack magic's good.
Okay. I am gonna use a hit die though.
I have been trying to answer the hit die question, but I was waiting for the short rest conversation to end. Joel, on your front main page, all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
That little number 4 inside that 8-sided die is you have 4 hit dice right now. You can left click that and drag one over to the chat, and it'll roll one for you.
Yeah, it healed Braden.
I just did that.
Your hit dice hilarious, Braden.
I know, like what the hell?
Ooh, you didn't want to do 2. You only wanted to do 1. Add 2 to that.
Add 2 to what?
Your roll, Joel, and you should have gained 9, but you gained 7 because you rolled 2 hit dice at the same time. Where are you? There you are. You get the other 2. There you go. Boop.
Cool.
The downside of rolling more than 1 at a time is it doesn't add your Constitution modifier the number of times you rolled because it doesn't know.
Gotcha. No worries.
I think my energy shot just clicked in.
Ooh. You need to eat some of these.
No.
Some of
Are we all
these.
set?
These. Walk fast.
What happened to prophecy
What?
What?
lady?
Last
Yeah,
time, last time you saw her, she was sitting at the uphill climb, drinking tea.
That's fair.
I said I don't have a lid. Huh? What about keeping eating them? I can keep eating them. I'm fat. I know. They're good.
Stop.
If you have proficiency in religion, please make a religion check.
I think I do. Let's see.
I don't. I am the dumbs.
It still amuses the hell out of me that I'm a cleric without proficiency in religion.
I love it.
It amuses me that religion is an intel check, not a wisdom.
Oh no, it's an intel check. That I agree with. Actual knowledge is different than gut understanding, and I could explain that better. But I do agree that anything you've studied is a religion check. You're trying to remember it.
Spirituality would be a cool check.
I call for charisma and wisdom-based checks when it has to do with something you could feel your way through.
Fair enough.
If you're trying to use your mind, you're heading for intelligence. Azzy, look at you. Yeah, both Joland and Azzy put together that these two are standing in a way that they have been trained to stand in this way. Both of them have a piece of charlatan actually around their neck in a place that signifies some kind of a religious symbol. And you are familiar with how people are trained in that regard. These two are definitely part of the same organization. I slowly use the word cult.
Okay.
But Azzy, you're the one that notices that there's a infernal background to it. Both of them are wearing these dark blue robes, but it when you look at it, it reminds you of ice. It reminds you of a cold, deep blue ice that you would get if it was someplace that was nothing but. Even Icewind Dale isn't this color, but it's like that dark blue that you'd get from almost like a dark blue fire. If it reminds you of the hells.
Interesting. Can I do a secondary religion check to see which deity that might be related to?
That's a 23. If it was a 25, I would have told you.
Yeah.
I'll bring you behind the curtain sometimes. I'm good with that.
Guys, it's cold as hell out here. Can you let us in?
We're looking for a room, and we were pointed in the castle's direction.
The speaker is very ill. There are no guests.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we've got like 6 people here that can heal the ill, so.
It's true. Maybe we can help heal him of his sickness.
We have our own people taking care of the speaker.
Your own shitty people, apparently.
Are they lying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Skitter, yes, they're
I don't
lying.
believe you.
Oh, the little one is very smart.
She is?
What are you really
I am.
doing here, heroes?
Well, I expect he wants to get out of the cold being a giant tin man. He said he wanted a warm, comfy bed. I would like some food. I'm not sure what the other two want.
Warmth and a place to rest, really.
What do you want?
I mean, we can pay.
We've heard
Or I
about
can
you.
look at your speaker and actually apply some healing skills.
Why is everybody being so rude?
That's a great question. Braden, make a charisma check.
Straight charisma?
Yeah. Close. You realize that one of them recognizes you. Like, he hasn't been able to keep his eyes off you. And he's starting to look a little familiar, too.
Oh, kinky.
He's a fan. He's a regular. You've seen him in a couple of the taverns that you've performed in. And told your stories to. He's trying not to fanboy right now.
Aww.
Adorable.
I mean, y'all look bored. We could, like, just come in and hang out and tell stories and, just
You
be
know,
on our way to that.
Netflix and chill.
Like the time they took out things in Lonelywood. That's a good one. Shut up.
Shut up.
Maybe some stories would lift your speaker's spirits, and then you'd start feeling better.
At that point, the one that's fanboying kind of goes up like, "You're really buying the speaker thing? Don't buy that." And this one just face palms and starts to walk away.
I think
Look.
we're in.
I'm sure that the speaker guy is already dead. I'm sure that you guys are just here,
He's not dead. We just keep him around. Actually, the boss does want to see you guys, because I think we have some things in common. You guys took out the Dorgar in town, right?
Yeah, we did.
I knew
Ones
you,
that we know.
I knew you did. Yeah. Come with me, and he walks you into the main courtyard.
Is this a trap?
Oh yeah.
Or was a trap?
I'm just gonna agree with everything that you throw out, Skitter.
Okay.
That's just the thing now.
Is this where where I get my giant hoard of gems and become a dragon?
No. You already are a dragon. What are you talking about?
Yes, but I need to become a gold dragon so I can ascend and become a protector of Bahamut.
I didn't follow some of that.
So you don't want to play already?
I can play as God, damn it.
Different campaign, but I could run it. Yeah, once you walk into this courtyard, you can see footprints going back and forth. Actually, go ahead, Skitter.
What?
You were doing the reading thing. You were doing so great.
Oh, I didn't see any more. My bad. All right. God, why is the font so tiny? Why am I blind? Footprints in the snow lead to various doors along this courtyard's perimeter, including a tall double door to the keep, with its unwelcoming row of arrow slits and barred windows on the upper floor. To the east of the double door is a small, single-story building with a slanted, snow-covered roof. West of the double door are 2 unused merchant stalls with torn canopies. Tucked under some icy stairs in the northwest corner is a slender wooden hut with a crescent moon carved into its flimsy door.
Ooh.
I knew it as soon as I saw moon. I was like, someone's going to get excited.
But now how?
It's a moon.
And the doors to the Great Hall are already open because he's kind of waiting for you.
Is there booze in there?
No. He just shakes his head. No.
Why not?
Because there's a shortage here, remember?
We've been disconnected from good meat ever since the lake froze over.
Can't they just use sled dogs to go over it? I mean, if it's frozen solid enough to hold an entire ship in place, I'm pretty sure sled dogs can go over it. Or maybe they can make a zip line.
The dogs?
No!
That doesn't
He-
seem very practical.
No! Just zip line the booze across, back and forth, back and forth.
Or just, walk it like we
Uh-huh.
did.
Yeah,
It's not a hard walk.
Is there not?
they're just lazy.
A couple people are sitting in this great hall, but it doesn't look very interesting. There's nothing going on. There's no entertainment. There's no smell of any kind of food.
Brayden, go tell a story. You're good at that.
It's never mind.
But there's no food or
Sorry.
booze
It's
or
not an
anything.
inn, yeah.
But
Braden,
it-
you are instantly aware of the fact that this door leads to a kitchen. You can, the heat. There's a little bit of a little bit of something going on in there. It's
Do I
probably
smell
trout.
anything?
It's probably trout. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Again.
I kind of want to just go back to that other place and, sleep there.
There's
It seems more welcoming.
actually Kordoth does want to see you, but he wanted me to make sure you wanted to see him too.
Who the fuck is Kordoth?
Their
I'm
boss.
guessing he's the leader of this establishment, right?
He is our direct line to Livitus. That's a religion
Ah.
check for people who don't already know.
I know nothing.
I'm pretty sure Reza already knew without even having to read. If you know, your character knows at this point. Whoa! What was that, Braden?
I don't know. Probably some shit that somebody was telling me in a tavern sometime, trying to get laid with me.
In order to tie in what you said into what's going on in this scene, I'd have to go through some hoops. I think I could do it, but wow, you're into some things I didn't know about. Oh my goodness.
Well, he was certainly into it that night.
Jolan Livitus is an archdevil. And I think it's the 6th layer of Bator.
Great.
Braden, he's an ice devil. Apparently your
Makes
god's done
sense.
business with the ice devils. Okay. Cool.
Is he
It
below
happens.
Asmodeus? Does he answer to Asmodeus at all? Or
Mary, we are all below Asmodeus. We're all
I mean, that's
below
fair.
Asmodeus. No, nobody is above Asmodeus. What's your god's name again?
What's that?
What's your
Saloon.
god's name again?
Yeah,
Below Asmodeus. Nobody.
he's trying to conquer the multiverse, so you know.
That's so cute.
Obviously, he failed, so somebody's
Oh my
higher
god,
than us.
that's great.
Oh, he's just not done yet.
Actually,
He's just not done yet.
Actually knowing 1980s D&D lore and applying it to this conversation is going to make me cry.
I'm sorry.
There is one
Yeah.
being in the multiverse that can match Asmodeus. Anyways,
Being
Probably.
Jasarian is the only. Never mind. I'm gonna move on. Oh boy.
Me.
I
I'm
gotta
tiny,
put
but
myself back together. I don't worship him so much as yeah. Anyways, yes. As a matter of fact, you rolled the natural 20. No, Braden did. Well, the story goes, Levitus has been imprisoned by Asmodeus. He's currently serving an eternity sentence inside of a large prison sheet of ice, where he then projects his avatars and has cultists and stuff. But his actual body is frozen forever, preserved in a large sheet of ice on the sixth layer of hell, where Asmodeus has left him because that's where he needs to be. Yeah, he's below Asmodeus.
So you guys worship a guy that got his ass kicked by another god?
Hey, it's getting a little personal.
I
He
mean,
saved me, and then she goes, he saved me too.
how?
Oh, nice.
I save people all the time, and I don't ask for worshippers.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, come on, guys. We're in their house. We shouldn't be insulting their deity of choice. Slash demon.
Listen, I'm just curious. Like, why? Why that one?
Okay, I can get into this. Hang on. Let me. I can't jump around tables like you do, but what happened was I was in Brenchander and I was voted into the lottery, and they pushed me out. And I was wandering the wilderness. I have no idea where I was. I thought I was about to die. I thought Aurel was going to take me, and at least my death was going to mean something along those regards when I was chosen. And I found this, and he holds on to the medallion around his neck, and it's a piece of charlatan. It looks like a sword, like it's a little dagger piece, and then he clenches onto it. It brought me warmth and set me in the right direction, and Livitus saved me.
So
And
let me be sure I'm understanding you correctly. What I'm thinking you're saying is you were chosen as a sacrifice. And rather than bravely sacrificing yourself so that all the town could be saved, you chose to live. That's not really being much of a sacrifice, is it? No wonder the town is struggling so badly.
what side are you on? Sacrifice or not sacrifice?
I think that's a very nice story. But how do you know that it was
Levitus.
Levitus? That's right.
he revealed himself. Sometimes speaks to us, especially through Cardoth.
Has he actually spoken to you, or does this other guy just say he does?
Make an insight check as he says, "Yes, he spoke to me when I thought I was going to die."
Chris, reminder that detect magic is still up. Is his amulet glowing in any way?
No.
Okay.
He believes what he's telling you is true.
Okay.
Each one of them have a residual, a little bit of magic about them, though. Let me see if I can illustrate that a little bit. Taking a look here. There's definitely a desecration about them. That's about it.
Your
There's
favorite.
there's a little bit of transmutation and some desecration surrounding these individuals. There is there a little bit of magic around that thing? Hang on.
You said it brought them warmth, so I'm thinking it's maybe kind of like a ring of warmth sort of thing. Avitus knows all about that.
Make an Arcana check while I fight with Fantasy Grounds.
Dude.
Oh, 17. You at this point you can see a little bit of the transmutation magic that's remaining in these amulets, but you suspect it was something that was already spent, like it was a consumable to some way, and now it's just the residual of that. You also don't think it's going to recharge anytime soon because there's no arcane energy drawing back into it at all. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I got the impression you guys were going up against the Durgar. Is it because they're trying to mine the Charlatan and you want it for yourselves?
No, they're not. They're up to something. It's It's being kept secret from us, but
They're building a giant dragon.
what?
It's gonna be an evil dragon, and we're gonna kill it or polymorph it.
That sounds so cool.
No!
Right?
It's gonna be a hell of a story at the end.
Hell.
Yeah, it is.
Do we see these walking in behind us?
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Are they all sneaky like, or are they just
No.
plain close walking in?
As the conversation makes some noise, you're gathering a few people. Brain's actually
Okay.
used to this situation. That's the right answer. You're not wrong.
Braden walks up there and crosses his arms. So there's a guy that wants to talk to us, right?
Yeah. This is this guy talking again. He's the fanboy. Yeah, when
So
Cardoff wants to
where-
make sure you guys are, not. You guys are open to what we might be doing here before he sees you, but. And they're like, shut up.
And what is it exactly that you are doing here? In your own words.
They all just stop and look at each other. And then the fanboy's back to, you guys should talk to Cardoff.
In Cardos we go. Lead on.
bring him up.
Yeah, and he opens up, come on, Fancy Grounds, work with me. There we go. Boom. And finally, wow. So first they lead you through a den over here. It's a well-appointed sitting room. There's some nice furniture.
Is there anybody in the den?
No, it's empty at the moment. The hearth is only...
There is no denizens.
There are no denizens. That one was better. It's getting back to it. You're doing all right.
That's good.
There are some embers in the fire, but nothing that you would call warmth.
So no hot denizens either.
No hot denizens. And in the then he walks you guys into an office. In here there is a good table. Oh, slow down! You're not that close. There's a table between you and him. And he's sitting there. He's got like his back. You have to walk in the room, and he's facing the other way. And like
I need to turn around.
Turn around.
No! Oh.
Every now and then, get a little bit lonely.
Tell me what you
Turn
see.
around. Go on.
Skip's gonna like pull on Azzy's cloak and be like, "You should probably get in the back in case this goes south."
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Okay, she's whispering to you, but I'll say it loud so you can hear it.
This
Yes,
She'll
please.
pull on your cloak and be like, "You should probably get in the back in case this goes south."
Yes,
this cultist here
Yeah.
repeats it too. You should probably in case it goes south. That makes sense.
Well, when I originally said that, they weren't there.
I think I'm good where I am.
Never mind. I lied.
Wasn't a bad idea.
Hmm?
He's sitting there in a chair and he's literally doing this. What you see
You know
before you
all
is a
evil
tiefling.
geniuses do that.
Oh yeah, he's bad.
Is he still facing away from us?
No, you can act before he completely turns around because he's doing the slow methodical turn. But
I would really like to.
Okay, what did you want to do before?
I would really like to. I'm going to disguise self to make myself look like him.
Okay.
How do you know what he looks like before he turns around?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
I was-
Basically, as he turns around, your face shifts.
So here,
I was
Yeah,
really
basically.
gonna be. I was gonna go with that res, like before without highlighting the question. I was gonna walk him through. Anyways,
that works. That works. The goal is to catch him off guard. He's obviously trying to go with the I'm a smug leader of a fucking cult,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try and intimidate people with my awe-inspiring presence,
yes.
and I'm going to put him on his back foot from the start.
And how do you want to do that?
Very nice.
I'm going to mimic his posture, do the little hand thingy as well, And like I said, as soon as I can see the majority of him, I'm going to disguise self.
Okay. I could quickly move his picture onto yours, but I'm just gonna say you did it. I'm not jumping on that quite yet. Um,
Yeah, I've had
where's a
dates like
where's a good? This guy looks like. So do you mimic the height? Do you mimic the he's overweight, he's not obese. The clothing, the whole nine?
Everything.
Let's see. I want you to throw me an Arcana check to see how quickly you can do that. I want basically this is like an initiative kind of thing. I want to see if you change before he realizes that you were something else before.
perception rather than arcana. Just think.
I was actually going to argue for performance because I'm used to acting under this sort of circumstance.
Being able to actually do it is why I was going with Arcana, but I'll go with either one. We'll go performance. And we'll say that you usually okay. I like what I'm seeing. There we go.
Ah, it's a teething.
And you pop that off pretty quickly. He turns and looks around the room. Ah, the heroes, the tales of.
Are you saying that because two of us have tails?
He was in the middle of a sentence when he takes a look at what Braden's doing. Clever, clever, clever. And this one here starts to leave because she's not sure that. To what do I owe the honor? He's off guard now, no doubt about it. And you guys, I don't know how you're reacting to the fact that Braden is suddenly looking like Kadroth.
I'm used to Braden looking like strange things. I mean, just looking at him normally is bad enough.
That's fair.
I mean, he shifts into a fox, and I'm a shifter. It doesn't surprise me too much.
Very, very interesting.
Yes, quite amusing.
As he gives him a little jab. Good puppy.
Welcome to the Knights of the Black Sword.
I snigger slightly.
I'm afraid I missed the pun.
Oh, don't be worrying. I'm sure we'll catch up with you eventually.
Well said. Levitus has told us to expect you, Hero Tales. That is your group's name, right?
Sure.
Hero Tales?
That's what my
In
friends.
Braden's normal voice.
That's what my associates have called you.
Out of character. Was DuckTales taken?
No, you guys can name yourselves whatever you want. At this point, you haven't given yourselves a name, so there's people are starting to come up with one.
I'm thinking we should call ourselves the Three Amigos.
There's five
But
of us.
there's five of us.
Yeah,
What?
people will not be expecting us and therefore will be outnumbered.
Oh, and he leaves the room.
But there are two amigas. So
Yeah.
the three amigos is not wrong.
There we go. Bravo, Tubbs.
I know some Spanish.
I understand you've been working with us. It's very helpful.
I've just been killing things.
We may have been working with you unintentionally. To what are you referring?
Unintentionally? The
Yeah, when
Durgar,
you
of course. Stopping this Durgar threat must be done. You're doing a fabulous job.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no,
yes,
no,
quite.
thank
Fuck those
you.
guys.
So, what is your interest in the Durgar?
They need to be stopped, of course. They plan on destroying all of 10 towns, and how can we possibly rule something that's destroyed?
Oh dear.
Hard to fault that logic.
Mhm. I noticed you have some Charlatan around your neck, though. Surely you know that the Durgar are trying to collect all the Charlatan for themselves. That doesn't have any connection to your interests?
Yes, I've heard the stories. Our amulets have little to do with their escapades. He's fucking wrong. Just
Insight check. Does he know he's wrong?
insight check to see if he knows he's wrong. Be my guest.
Is he lying in any way? Also,
Yep.
are there any gems nearby?
Throw the insight check. You don't need the perception check. Azzy, he does not know he's wrong.
So you don't think that their collection of the Chardolin and their use of it to destroy 10 towns has anything to do with your amulets or your god?
Our amulets were given to us by Levitus himself. The Duergar have no chance of getting them from us. However, they are trying to gather bits and pieces of Chardolin to take back to their Sunblight Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think something that was given to
Self,
you
you
by
say
a
that has been quite an achievement. Did he drive you insane by his very glance, or did he close his eyes?
He gives you the look that I usually give you when I have no idea what you're trying to say.
I'm implying to him that he's bullshitting because there's no way someone like him could stand before Levitus and not die.
Make an insight check, Avitus. And what were you saying, Skitter?
And you don't think something given to you by a god is not going to be of interest when it's the same material that they're harvesting from literally everywhere?
Yeah, Avitus, he's full of shit on a number of layers, including
Mhm.
this one. And Skitter, he didn't quite follow what you said. It made sense, but he didn't get it. And then he plays it off as if he did matter, but he didn't understand what you just
So
said.
I know he didn't understand it.
Yeah, you know he's got no idea what you're talking about.
Look, mister, you've got the material that these invisible fuckheads are farming everywhere to build a giant evil dragon, presumably to destroy everything as we know it. And you don't think that your amulet, which is the same material, is going to be an issue. Especially if it was given to you by a god. Don't you think that would have more oomph than the regular shit?
Oh,
Oh.
Chardolin is Chardolin, young lady. That's fine.
I should probably be pointing out that this person has no idea to whom he is referring when he claims to be worshipping this great demon. It is very clear this great demon could not be asked to deal with someone as small, impotent, and quite frankly irritating as this is.
Au contraire. And he heads over to the hearth where he's pretending to still be, Levitus is not a demon, he is a devil, and a powerful one at that. I should know. I have his ear.
And this must be quite a large ear for such a large devil.
Referring to not in the literal sense, of course. No,
I think he needs to talk to him.
he does, and I to him. I've been leading this cult now for over a year, and we've prospered greatly.
And Levitus told you that we were coming, did he?
Actually, it was some of the cultists just outside. Apparently, Braden, whomever he may be, has fans. And luckily, he tells great stories. We've heard of your endeavors. Perhaps we could work together.
Little piggy.
To what end?
Stopping these Duergar is the excellent beginning, but bringing 10 towns together is a good one, and possibly stopping this whole forever winter would be nice.
Can I hop up on the table between him and...
Yes, you can definitely jump on this guy's desk. There are papers and possibly expensive pieces that you don't care about, and he's got like a paperweight that almost looks like a cute little ball. Yeah, you could jump up there and ruin all that. That's fine.
I'll jump as delicately as my barbarian nature will allow me.
Not
I'll hover with my wings if I have to.
I'm gonna jump delicately onto the desk. I'm listening.
Look, are you into human sacrifice or not?
Oh no, young lady, of course not.
Is he lying?
You have no reason to believe he's lying or tell you. You're not,
I mean, he's been lying about a lot of shit so far.
You guys should probably roll an insight check.
I would like to roll an insight check.
go ahead.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice.
I know everything.
Blue.
God damn.
In that moment, you are relatively convinced, if not completely convinced, that the Knights of the Black Sword are not about human sacrifices, but they are definitely a devil cult. And what you catch is even if, and now you're sure of it, Levitus has a goal for this cult, but this so-called leader has no idea what it is. He's put himself in front. Levitus didn't put him there. But no, human sacrifices isn't the goal. There probably aren't. But you do realize that this person is maybe not the only high up in this castle worth talking to. Excuse me. And with that, you look around and you do see a couple of papers and such, and there's a name or two. But
If I can glance at the names, I will. If not, I will like try and reorganize his papers as I jump off and like, sorry about that. I don't deal well with human sacrifice.
I understand. I personally don't have too much of a problem with it, but it is not on the doctorate as of yet.
It
As
better
long
not
as it
ever be.
stays off the doctorate, it does seem like we have a lot of goals in common. For example, we are also looking to stop the Winter Lady, Arel. I have some vague ideas of what she's doing right now, but ultimately we are looking to stop this endless winter because it's not good for 10 towns. It's not good for anybody.
Agreed. However, Aurel, in her rage, has opened some doors, possibly made some mistakes, if I may be so bold, and our best are working on what those mistakes might lead to.
Are your best anything like the guys out front who tried to lie to us? No offense.
No.
That was compelling.
Noted. We have a soothsayer of sorts who seems to know more about this, and there are well-trained wizards, and he's looking over at Uazi at this point, well-trained wizards who are studying the situation.
Who's Avarice? I thought that was agreed.
With
Sin?
with that, he goes to flip the papers over that you're looking at. He tries to be casual, but yeah, he makes a mess of it.
Do I catch
Whoa.
any more names in this mess?
Perhaps coming off the table would be appropriate at this time.
Do you have any gems?
As he walks over and delicately picks Skitter up by the tummy and then plops her back down on the floor.
Are you strong enough to do that?
No.
I'm like, we're both like, no, you don't. You go to pick Skitter up, and
I want to see her try.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
wanna
Make a strength check. Make a strength check.
Okay, let's see how
I
this
love
goes.
her, Mary, but I want to see
Skitter
this.
doesn't weigh a lot, but she's carrying more weapons than you're carrying you.
Okay, here we go, guys. Oh, nope. I probably break something.
You go to pick Skitter up, and you pick up the paperweight, and that's heavy. and then you put it down.
Skitter, can you... Okay, there you go.
Like, all Skitter did was move her foot, like, and you missed.
Tiny mage arms.
It was a good intent. You had a good try.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was comical. Nothing
That's
else.
funny. No, you're not. You're not picking up Skitter.
Going back to the research,
3 feet
I'd
tall,
be interested in
600 pounds.
seeing... I'd be interested in seeing what your soothsayers gathered so far. Maybe some of your scholars.
I was-
Maybe I could add some of my own knowledge.
He did not say soothsayer. He said something of a soothsayer, which is frankly is inspiring even less confidence than every other piece of bullshit he has said so far.
Hey, how rude!
How accurate.
I have opened the doors to my castle to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you
If you would be rathering, I could have blown them off the hinges.
apparently this isn't going to work at all.
I apologize for my companions. I think that our goals can align very nicely. And I really don't see any reason to be rude, guys. I mean, it
I don't
seems
know.
like
They've been rude all day.
Other than the fact that they're following a devil.
Devils aren't inherently bad, are they? Are
and
they?
you're following a god. See, I can emphasize things too.
Yes, I am.
My dear companions, I think it is time we reveal our true mission here. My good sir, I suggest we close the door for this next bit.
Oh, I
It is
doubt
not
that will happen.
I can close
doubt
the
that.
door.
Actually, Braden, with you have thieves' cant, so you know that he's already told the others to get the others. Like this got weird 6 seconds ago. As you go, we should close the door. You realize there's like two more people in the other room, and no, closing the door is probably not what he wants.
Have you not realized that this is a test?
This is much more than a test. That was general insult.
And if you cannot handle such an insult, how do you expect to be leading any part of your domain in hell? I have no words.
Perhaps it is your amazing appearance, but you do have a point. Was your insult intended to just aggravate me, sir?
It was intended. It was being intended to see what lay behind, and unfortunately, I was being a little disappointed with what came to the surface.
Perhaps you have a point. I can be heated.
Sounds like a bad state to be in.
Nicely done, sir.
Well, if you were...
Are you ready to hear your next task or not?
Go on.
Not with the door open, you fool. You would
Okay.
cause chaos.
Ah, you added fool, and once again I feel that you're not testing, you're insulting.
I close the door.
Yeah, I noticed that. The door closes. None
I
of
hold
the cultists come to his rescue.
Funny that.
How subtly can I cast Hex?
Make an arcana check. Dexterity. Let me take a look at your character sheet. Just give me a second. You are, yes, proficient in stealth. Yeah, but just make a stealth check. Dexterity. Stealth check. Go ahead.
That was more of a general question. Yes. Okay. Yes. So dexterity.
You can.
Stealth.
You can. That good. Oh yeah, sure.
Beautiful. I'm gonna hex him.
You see the magic
And
take hold because you're still looking through detect magic, and he is not aware.
Beautiful. Let me throw that on my character.
I was trying to move the lid and the sleeve dipped into it. I mean, I ate it already. It's fine.
I believe that it is time for a change in leadership.
Yeah, that's initiative.
Yep.
Sigh.
As he sighs.
No, you guys don't realize this is exactly the kind of guy that Brayden fucking hates.
Oh yeah. I don't. I can't really give you a list of people that would like this guy.
Brayden is out to smite the prideful and those that put themselves in situations they don't deserve.
I know.
That's fair.
I know.
My character literally knows Infernal because he likes to smite demons, so...
But this is a devil, not a demon.
Infernal devil.
Devil.
Abyssal demon.
Abyssal demon. Thank you.
I know
speak
both.
Infernal, so devils.
And this is devils. This is Bator. This is the Nine Hells. Yes.
Yes.
This guy speaks Infernal, and he doesn't speak it well. Oh. Yeah. Well, looks like initiative is set. Brayden, no surprise, you are at the top.
One last question before we go into this.
Mhm.
Detect Magica was up until I cast Hex. Did I notice anything magical about this guy?
Um.
His ego.
I need initiative for Avitus, Azzy. Who am I missing? Everybody? That's it.
Abatus and Azzy.
Make an Arcana check for me. It's more like a perception check of magic. So make an Arcana check for me, Braden.
Oh.
Wow. You think he might be a spellcaster?
Derp.
Well, he didn't look armored, so.
I think he's a rogue, given
Oh.
that he had a dagger in the picture.
You're right. According to the picture, he doesn't look armored. But you can see that what he's wearing would apply leather armor stats. So he's got that. He's got that +1. What was that, Rez?
You said leather armor. You said leather armor, but caster.
I did. Take
You
yourself,
saw
pull
he
yourself
rolled,
away from
right?
3.5. Just put 3.5 over there. You're gonna be all right. It's over there.
I'm sorry. I'm just so out of date. What casters can wear leather armor?
Warlocks?
All of them.
Certain ones?
All orcs. There we
All of
go.
them.
Well,
Yeah, actually, I think all of them can
Yeah,
now.
pretty much.
How? Oh, feats.
A left one and a right one.
So like lightly armored feet, for example.
If you're trained in armor, you can cast magic while you're wearing the armor. It's,
Where'd Aslan?
pull away from 3.5 over here.
Then get off the new computer.
Let's
I miss Aslan.
Azzy, what's up?
Okay. Azzy sighs heavily, and she's like, we could have worked together, but I guess we're doing this. No hard feelings. And she's going to cast a cause fear. I know it's 60 feet, but I'm going to start on the square that he is and go backwards.
Okay.
Hi, Aslan.
Can you
Ow.
you can of course, like, you're not trying to make your friends afraid. There's a
Yeah, exactly. So I'm starting the zone on him and then going back, like beyond that wall,
oh
to avoid them.
oh just the one guy.
Is
Okay.
it?
Just the one. Let's see if he's wise. I don't think he is.
I'd be surprised.
No. Well,
Up.
I'm
wisdom.
surprised.
Damn.
Wow, that is a high wisdom.
Hmm.
Oh well.
He seemed ready for that, Azzy.
Which would add credence to him being a warlock, would it not?
No.
Warlock's charisma.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only divine casters dump whiz, basically, or throw whiz.
I don't play casters. It's too much work.
Azzy's then going to move behind the front line, and that's my turn.
Told you should be in the back.
Okay.
Very fire. Just saying.
Braden is going to. So, let me ask this: delayed actions. Can I move up next to him and then delay my action until someone is adjacent to him?
Sure can. Those two squares are a desk. Nothing else in the room is really going to get in the way of combat. And you can move around if you want.
Dude. And I'm going to ready a heckin' stab for when somebody gets next to him.
Okay.
Heckin' stab. I like it.
Jolin.
Heckin'.
Why did I move?
One more time.
And as I go to him, I'm going to basically just say in a low tone in Infernal, I have been sent to smite your kind, and throw my flail at his face. By throw, I mean swing.
If we wanted to get the timing perfect, the second you walk next to him, Braden gets to attack, but you can finish your sentence as Braden attacks.
Cool.
As he
Let's
rolls her
stab the
eyes in
shit out-
Infernal, says, so dramatic.
Oh, that's a fucking 24. Yeah, go ahead.
Stab the shit out of that guy.
And then you finish your sentence and continue your action.
Did you include hex in there?
Yeah.
I included
Out of
like
combat.
3 different effects.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I don't know why it does it. Like, I grab to go drag over something, and then it puts it over there anyway.
What?
There we go.
There you go.
I whacketh thee.
Not very hard.
See, like it did it twice. Like I don't know why it does that.
I saw it twice that time as well.
Quit breaking the game, John.
So whack it a bit softer. Maybe it'll only happen once next time.
I wonder if I got my character too close to the chat window.
Could be.
Mine's
Put 'em over
directly
here,
on
it's
top
fine.
of it.
Yeah, mine too, but he's messing me up. So. And I will call turn. I don't need spell for this guy.
Okay.
Chris, game mechanics question. If I, hypothetically speaking, held my action to use Mage Hand the moment I saw him cast it, is it possible that I could interrupt the spell in that way? Or does it not work like that?
Mage Hand can push up to 5 pounds, I think it is, of pressure in a
But
situation.
if I put 5 pounds of pressure on his left eyeball, for example, it wouldn't cause damage, but it might interrupt the spell.
Never thought about it. I think most spellcasters are used to cast, especially in combat, are used to casting with trivial things like that going on.
Okay. In which case,
I'm gonna have to go with no, but I want to look into that more closely in our off time.
my knee-jerk reaction is no, because it would devalue counterspell. But you want to ask. Okay, I take a moment to aim down one finger, not using the special thing, and blast a firebolt right at his center of mass.
Okay.
So
Maybe fire wasn't the best choice.
Yeah, you're casting fire at a devil.
he's not a devil. He's just a wannabe.
Tiefling.
I think
There's-
tieflings still get resistance.
Yeah,
It's a hit.
I know.
Will the bane damage you automatically?
I'm sorry?
Will the hex damage work automatically?
I didn't know you casted Hex.
No, he did. Zach did.
Hex is only on my damage.
Oh, didn't know that.
Otherwise, that'd be broke as fuck.
He singed for 1 damage.
Your fire does hit him, but it seems to go out a little bit before he even gets there, yeah.
Good to know. I'm done.
That was Evitus. Let's see. He is going to get some casting done. He holds on to that his amulet a little bit. Moves his other hand a touch. You can see a shimmer of blue energy start to surround him and then go into the point where it's no longer as effervescent after the cast, but it's there. Yes, you could make an Arcana check, but Jolin's going to get that right away.
Yep.
What is it, Julian?
Like I'm gonna roll it, or you're gonna tell
No,
me
you
what
know
I
what it
did?
is. I was just waiting to see his roll first. It's Shield of Faith.
Gotcha.
And then he
What is
casts Spirit... Oh, Shield of Faith and Spiritual Weapon is his turn. And the Spiritual Weapon shows up behind Braden and goes to knock you on the head. It is a black sword. Big surprise.
Whoa!
Boom.
Didn't-
Misses you completely.
What a dick.
I rage. I jump onto the table.
Get her.
And
Guard the door. Guard the door.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
You're
Oh my god, you actually do it?
trying to hold back an angry barbarian, really?
I
No.
I never for 1 second thought you were going to listen to Braden on that.
well, she listened to him in the last fight, and it worked out. But it does make sense that there is a cult behind the door. Can I lock the door before I go up there?
Sure.
Okay, then I lock the door, I rage, I jump on the table, I use pack tactics, and I whack him with my claws?
Okay.
Do you not have weapons out?
Oh, nothing but weapons all over her back, but she usually doesn't pull them.
Well, here's the thing, though, is when I rage, I shift. So usually I go with the tail, but I figured since I don't need to be ranged right now, I'll just use my claws, but I think that gives me an extra attack.
It sure does.
So I figured that would be more beneficial.
And what I love most about it is it's not like you can use a bonus action to make the extra attack. It's just you get the extra attack. Like multi-attack. It's awesome.
I agree.
That is cool. So yeah,
Is
Is
that
this like a racial or what is this?
Barbarian?
The type of Barbie she is, a shifter barbarian.
Oh, cool. Cool.
claw away.
Do I just drag the claw thing? Well, I guess I need the D20 first.
That's gonna be any of those D20s in your weapons area because it's gonna be at +6 to hit. So
Oh, I guess that.
any of those work.
Hold on. There we go.
I could list all your weapon attacks up there, but they're all just a D20 +6, so I kind of just left them there.
Yeah, no worries.
12 misses. Bounces off of this new blue energy he's got around him. It's a little cold.
I swing a second time.
Oh yeah. That hits. Oh, I forgot. Hang on. I'm behind. Hang on just a second. Do I have that on your character already? Boop. No, because I am a slacker.
You are not. I've only ever used the tail.
Rage.
I'm pretty sure it's just a D6.
Oh wait, I'm a potato. I forgot to hit advantage.
Pack tactics.
Yeah, I even said pack
All right,
tactics
so
before.
the 14 +6 is your first attack, and it hits.
Yeah. There we go.
Your rage is now active. Feel free to roll damage.
I don't remember.
Should be a 6 for that one.
Is it a 6?
Now that's on your character sheet. If you look under claws, there's a little magnifying glass.
Ah, ha 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 ha.
The damage I have on each one. I just don't have the hit on each one. I could do that though.
Oh, no worries. I mean, if they're all +6, I can just
No,
use
they're
them.
7
all
points of
six.
slashing damage goes into his leather-ish vest. Yeah, roll the second attack with advantage, please.
I just dropped it on the guy. He gets crushed by a giant T20.
Oh,
You guys
horrible
can
way to go.
You guys can zoom in and out of the map with the center mouse
Well,
wheel, and makes it an easier target. Or you can roll the dice on the combat tracker. That makes it easier too. You get used to it.
I picked up the regular D20 instead of the attack D20. So it was just dropping
Nice.
20 on his character.
Wait, we can actually drop the attacks on the combat tracker, not just the map?
Yes. Everything
Oh,
is
that's-
being pulled from the combat tracker. The combat tracker really is the heart of it all. You can roll damage. It's going to know you crit. Yeah.
Alright.
This time you come up right above the collar, above the vest, and just right across. Yeah, you can kill him. That's fucking dead. When you're done, you're still holding his head. Like, his body's over there.
Oh.
Oh.
Brayton straightens his clothing and wipes all the blood off, aka resets the illusion, and he goes to step out of the room.
Brayden, everybody saw you become him. You'd really have to sell it.
That's fine.
That's
Noted.
his problem.
I'm gonna hastily stuff everything under his desk. Like his body and his head and try and wipe up the blood. So that if anybody comes into the office, they're not like, you're not him, if Brayden does sell it.
Hey, Azzy,
Looking around-
there's a secret door right there.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, just thought you should know.
I'm
You're there. You kind of really didn't do much else, so you looked over. Hey, look, there's a secret door. Okay, yeah, you guys can open this door, no problem.
Just before that, looking around the room, if I see any particularly large, obvious blood spots or something like that she wasn't able to cover up, I cast minor illusion to hide them.
Can
Or
you also cast it
prestidigitation.
on me?
Sorry, Tab, say that again.
Can you also cast it on me?
I just prestidigitation, Chris, to clean it up.
No problem.
I guess I end my rage. That was the start.
yeah, that was pretty quick.
Fucking not even pissed off anymore. There isn't who's trying to shove the body under the desk again?
Me.
There's
I'll
not
break
enough,
bones if I have to.
There's not enough room. There's a lot of blood.
As he kind of snaps and's like, Skitter, over here.
Throw him in
There's
the
some
fire.
sort of
Abatus,
secret tunnel.
there's enough blood that one round of prestidigitation isn't going to cut it.
Well, run around 6 seconds. I can take 12.
I will pick
Sure.
up the body head and stuff it in the secret tunnel then.
That's not a 12-minute. That's not even a 10-minute. That's a mess. She ripped a man's head off. It's not 12 seconds, but that's okay.
Hey,
Take your time. What was that?
Don't open the door yet, Brayden. I didn't mean to rip him in half. I'm sorry. I didn't think he'd go down like a bitch.
I did.
You could have said something. I wouldn't have wasted my rage.
You can open the door whenever you like.
Like opponents, people.
Braden takes a moment to settle himself into the character of Kadroth, and then he straightens his back.
While I see Braden doing that, I quickly mutter a few of the things that I heard Catgroth said, trying to imitate his voice, just to help Braden get into it.
I would also like to pat him on the back nice and slightly and cast guidance on him. You got
Beautiful.
Down the tunnel the body goes. Or into the secret room.
I can just cast that, right? Where's he at?
Guidance, absolutely. What was that about the secret door in the tunnel? What?
Stuffing his body down the tunnel or
Did that
into
not
the
work?
secret room. I don't know.
Door's right here. Let me know when you.
But let me make sure you understand. You use him as a strange guy, and you're shoving him down your secret tunnel.
No, I'm taking the dead body.
Oh, okay. So you're taking the yeah, I can remember that. But yes,
Like I'm hiding the dead body behind the secret door.
got it.
That, as he pointed out, it was her idea.
It was.
I'm not the smart one. She is. So
Does that work? That didn't work either.
can you not just drop it on?
You don't have
Braden's-
to worry about the effect of guidance because it's like a note. Because the player has a choice, it doesn't automatically roll. So the effect you're looking at is just a note.
Okay.
I step out the door,
Okay.
and who's out there? Is my fanboy out there?
Yeah, those three are in that room. The door's open to the hall where there's a few more.
Okay. I beckon the third one, the female one, a little bit closer,
All right.
and I cast Fey Presence on the three of them.
Okay.
So let's see if I can remember how to do this. I do not remember how to do this. How do I select the three of them?
Hold down Control and click on them, but they're not really there. Sorry, those are pictures,
Oh.
not tokens. So you're just gonna roll in the chat, or I'm gonna roll.
Okay, well,
Are there saving
it's
throws involved?
yeah, DC 12 Wisdom.
Wisdom saves. I got you. Sorry, dude. All three of them made it.
Happens.
That's fine. Convene our followers. It is time to explain the good news.
They're gonna join us?
Say again?
Fanboy. They're gonna join us?
We are joining. Do not tell the others what you have seen here. It will be revealed in due time. For now, I must address them, for there is work to be done.
They're kind of looking at each other. They're a little taken by all this. Okay, like, what's the next part? Skidder, you walk his corpse down the hall into the battlement where there are already three cultists.
Behind the door.
What was that?
I figured I'd just stuff it behind the door, so if they just walk in and the secret door's closed, they walk in, they don't see the body, and
You open the secret door and learn that it leads into the northwest battlement where there are already three cultists.
Realizing that, I cast a minor illusion to hide the body.
Skidder, as you're carrying this body, it starts to look like what exactly?
It looks like the wall behind it.
Skidder's carrying a wall?
She realizes that the body looks like the wall, and
this is it
hopefully
against the
she
wall.
doesn't realize she just has to drop the thing. Hopefully.
Uh,
Like
Seeing
one
that-
chance in 17.
she would probably try and match it with the wall.
That's it. That's all I needed.
Okay.
And try and make it look as natural as possible. And try and put it as close to the side of the wall
In the
so we
corner.
accidentally
Yep,
trip over it?
that's the plan.
As you're because you know what you're holding isn't a wall, you can see through the illusion instantly skitter. And as you do, you can see beyond it. It's a translucent wall at this point. So now you can see into this room, even though this cultist is looking that way and then just keeps walking. Like he thought he heard something, but it didn't really click.
Shield.
Braden, you have a small group paying attention to you, waiting for the next part of the conversation to drop.
Convene the others. I must address you all.
All right. Yeah, and he actually this one's gonna wander off.
And Braden starts moving towards the Great Hall.
Okay, you're more than welcome to.
Dude. And I'm going to wait for everyone to show up.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Coming back, I'm gonna just guard this door. In case somebody alerts someone and they come running.
Was it clear to me that Braden didn't want us to follow him?
I have no idea. It's not clear to me. I'll tell you that.
Braden saw an opportunity.
As he get out of the spot,
just went. As he get the fuck out of there.
I mean, Azzy would assume that we were supposed to follow Braden, so she probably would have gone with him as well.
He did not indicate either way. Zach also did not indicate either way.
Yes, that's okay. Not being clear that I wasn't welcome, I had followed him out of the room, so I'm right behind him.
I'm not. I'm searching the desk of Mr. Man we just killed.
Caer-Dineval.
That's a good number of cultists.
he's got a ring of keys. He's got his weapons, which were never used. he's got a couple daggers, and of course the amulet.
I will take the amulet. Anything else look
Totally
worth picking
missed
up?
that.
If it helps, oh no.
I missed something that I absolutely have to retcon, but I don't think it changes much. When you kill Caer-Dineval, he freezes over.
I mean, he
Like,
does work.
clearly he was from hell.
Yeah, it doesn't goof you up any, Skitter, because you're resistant to cold. But you were carrying a frozen corpse during that scene.
Even better to position and have people not trip over.
I can't believe I missed that. It was so important. I'm sorry. We'll move on.
Well, I mean, he does worship an ice devil.
He is being very
Wait,
clear
you
to me.
said
If you
something
want to
about
live, let me say it,
avatars.
he's over.
Avarice?
No, avatars. When he
Oh,
was
yeah.
describing things, that the guy's in the sheet of ice and he sends out his avatars.
Yeah, the little blue guys.
Those are big blue guys? You're thinking Smurfs.
That's fair. Has my new cult convened?
Looks like
Most of them.
most. Oh dear.
Braden's going to go ahead and start then.
Yeah.
My dear knights of the Black Sword, I greet you all on this glorious frozen day. I have come to you from beyond 10 towns, from beyond the veil, and I bring you news. I bring you news of a changing of the god. And I'm going to drop the illusion at this point.
Okay.
Caer-Dineval has been slain. Caer-Dineval was slain because he was a dick and because he was unfit to lead you. And do you know how I know that?
How? Sorry.
Because Livitus told me.
The first thing all of you
I'm
notice
gonna.
is there isn't a sudden uprising or even a oh no or a woo woo. Okay, there's like no mourning going on here. Um, but the whole part where you are in communication with Livitus, that's news. Um, and you need
You've
to
all seen. Go ahead.
persuasion check with disadvantage. You
Yep,
have the
yep.
D4 though.
Not sure how to add that.
Just roll the D4 after.
Okay. Dude. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the
Oh, no problem.
disadvantage.
Yeah, not
That was
performance.
without the disadvantage.
It also wasn't persuasion.
Yeah.
That's true. Womp womp womp.
Dude.
Yeah, you realize when you say that you're in communion with Livitus at all, you don't get much of a response from the group on that. And at that moment, your story's starting to wither. You might want to find a way to build it back up. Most of the party can join the room or not, however you guys want to play that out.
Have I seen Azzy use anything cold based?
I mean, you've seen her do her morning ritual things where sometimes she goes out and kills a small animal and casts bones and shit like that.
Do you have any cold-based spells?
That's what I'm
Cold
asking.
damage.
Oh, cold,
Cold
not
damage.
cult.
Yeah. Necro.
Yeah, I've got a Brave Frost.
Braden,
Yes.
you're gonna catch why most of them look at each other and around their necks at the time. You're not wearing an amulet.
I was
That's
about
fine.
to Skitter wouldn't have thought of it, but I was like, he didn't grab his amulet.
So is this something that Braden notices fully?
Yes. Most
Beautiful.
of them realize that you're not wearing one of the amulets, so that doesn't add up.
You all have been marked. I see that. That's cool. That's wonderful. I've been marked in a different way. Azzy, come here. Azzy.
As he walks up the steps, staying a bit closer to the wall because she doesn't know how these people are going to react. Yes, Brayden. How can I help you?
Show them how I have been touched by the will, the icy grip of Livitus.
It's pretty obvious. You don't need to roll. I'm hoping you got that.
I'm going to try to cast Ray of Frost subtly, so with a stealth check. Behind her back, she's going to make a few runes in the air and just kind of ice over the stage. I'm going to argue. Huh?
So Braden is trying to show that he's ice touched, as in like use ice on him.
She wants you to blast him. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Shoot me.
I will shoot him with a Ray of Frost. Why the fuck not?
You hit.
Yep.
Braden, you only suffer a point of damage. And you get there's a blue chill around you, and there's a couple of them are like, that was cool, and some of the others are it's just
The point was to show them that I have been touched by something ice based and I'm resistant to ice.
yeah.
I see.
That they
Because it's
Copy
icy,
that.
icy. Sorry, I heard
Ice
icy.
ice baby.
So there's a silent pause, and then one of them just looks up and goes, "What do you want from us?"
The same thing that dipshit back there wanted, but this time for a better reason, and we're actually going to do something about that. Azzy, show them the map.
She's going to pull out the map that we got, I believe, from the pirate ship. Yeah.
The one with the what the hell's it called? The castle, Black Sun or whatever it was.
You mean
Hold on.
sunlight?
It was
where
like
the doors
sunlight.
are?
Sunblight. Yes.
She's going to wave her hand over the map and then project a larger image in front of Braden, but semi-transparent so that everyone can see it.
No problem.
This is where we're going, and we're going today.
What?
No more sitting on your asses. That's not what Livitus wants. Get up, grab your shit. We're marching.
Performance check.
I'm gonna whisper, bro. That's a long journey, and these guys probably need time to prepare for any kind of forced march
You feel
through.
Joland is as you have that really tactical idea, and you start to say that, more than half of them, and then the rest, they're all standing up. Yes, like they're not thinking it through. Like, take it to the doors.
You've seen what I can do. You've seen what I've done before. Grab your shit. You're now under the command of that guy.
Tail,
And he
tail,
points at
tail,
Julian.
tail. They're all pounding. Tail, 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 tail. That's your name now, apparently. Tail.
Okay, Julian, make it so. Do the thing. And Braden wanders off the stage.
Ah!
The one thing John was actually trying to avoid.
I did not
I
sign up.
know.
For
You're welcome.
Am I right?
Braden, you are totally inspired. Joland, if you had inspiration, I'd probably take it from you at this point. Inspiration. So yeah, the whole cult looks to Joland at that moment. And Azzy, that's when you sense that there's still a few other people in this otherwise abandoned keep, because most people are in this room. And one of those somebodies is very old.
Like how old?
Like how old?
Like too
Towards
old
the
to say
towards
so
the
big.
end of her life. But I
Can
can't
I
give you a years because you don't even know the race. So
No, that's fair. Can I tell vaguely where they might be?
upstairs,
Well, all the
There's a whole
attention
s-
is on Julian,
there's
so
a
I'm going
second
to.
level in a. There's another mind below, in the bowels of the keep, who is racing with puzzles, and that actually takes you up for a minute. And you realize there's a wizard downstairs and a soothsayer upstairs. Just for a flink. Damn telepathy.
While Julian is figuring out what to do with this new cult that he's been given, Azzy's going to wander upstairs.
Do
Okay.
I see her wander upstairs?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to follow her.
I'm
Okay.
going to follow her too.
Would this be a good time for a 5-minute break?
No.
Fantastic.
No. I don't want no breaks.
This is
Only
D&D.
Jewel.
No, the DM definitely needs reload breaks once in a while.
Okay.
And I think Zach knows when they are.
As Zach is usually a DM as well. Probably.
What happened?
Zach is usually the one that DMs, as is
Oh.
Rez. I feel like they know when the breaks are.
I also have to pee, so there's that. So I'll be
No,
back
no,
in a
no.
minute.
You have to lift a leg.
It had nothing to do
You're
with you.
right.
He was more worried about my needs, obviously.
breaks.
What was
What's
that,
that?
John? I'm sorry.
I was like, his bladder just coincides when you need breaks. It
Yeah.
just happens to line up.
Okay.
Exactly. He's at work, and I'm over here like, oh, gotta pee. That's Chris. I guess Chris needs a break. I'll be back.
I'm also going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, full suit.
Yeah, so this area on the first map, then there's stairs going up, and there's a door here, and there's a door over here.
I don't see any arrows.
I'm on a different map.
Level 2.
Haha. Thank you.
This is kind of where you did your little speech. This area down here is going to be where the tables are. Most of the cultists gathered. Anybody who wants to go upstairs, let me know. Azzy, you sensed whomever in this room, but then you lost track.
I'm staying close to Azzy.
Same.
Got it.
Mages should not go alone.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Jolin's doing, because it looks like he's busy.
Yeah, I just put it in chat quickly when I'm running.
Are you doing that right now, or are you going with the party upstairs?
Nope, I'm doing that now.
Okay, so you guys go upstairs without Joland.
All right. Azzy's going
Is he
to.
not going?
Wait, what?
Is he the only one not going?
No, Braden's down there too.
So,
Never. Wait. Who should I go with? Should I go with them or should I stay with you?
go with them.
Okay, I'm going with
Be here a while.
Going up top with Azzy.
Yes. So it sounds like Azzy, Avitus, and forgetting your name, Skitter, are going up to the second floor and knocking on that door.
I'm offended, Mary.
Hey,
This door?
Yes.
You can just open that door. After you knock on it, there's not much of an answer. You heard something. It wasn't audible. Real. I mean, like you couldn't discern what it was. It was a voice, but word you don't understand the words.
That's fine. In that case, she would open the door,
Sure. Then you see the
walk
hallway
through.
with the two. You see the hallway with the two doors. Yeah.
Can I sense where the consciousness is?
Oh, you've never tried to do that before. Make an Arcana check.
I would be doing it with the psi crystal, just to clarify.
Yeah, I gathered that. Oh no.
Nope, I cannot.
no.
Do I get any additional penalties, or because that was a 1?
This was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
You mentioned that there was somebody up here, or did you just wander off?
No, she just wandered off.
She took a
Okay.
But
few.
once she saw you guys following her, she'd explain that she's trying to find the soothsayer, she thinks.
You took a few steps forward, into that hallway. So to be clear, she's right about here, and then she just kind of stopped moving. Uh, you notice her body goes stiff.
Azzy?
There's no response.
I poke her.
She's cold to the touch.
Yeah, but no, what's unusual though?
I don't know how to answer that.
Does
she's
she
usually,
does she like rock or does she just fall over? And
no, other than the temperature of her body being colder than, you know, a human body.
Can
is
I
she
do a
still
nature
breathing?
or Arcana check?
She's still breathing, right?
Yeah.
Because she's not held then. Okay.
Is there a nature, perception, or Arcana check I can do? Or something?
Sure. You can do a what the fuck roll. Just roll a d20.
Yeah, what the fuck all sounds like a good idea.
What the frick?
Pretty much.
I have yet to roll higher than an 8 tonight.
It's gonna be okay.
Except for the 20s you rolled.
I didn't roll any today.
Not today. Talking about previous.
You're saying he's due. Like this day was
Yeah,
supposed to
I am due. I can't argue with that.
happen. Skitter,
Yeah.
the not gem is glowing a little differently than usual. It's got it. What color is it usually, Azzy? It's like a green, right? A forest green or a lime green?
Somewhere in between, yeah.
It's grown
Like
to
an emerald green.
It's changed to an aquamarine at this point, and and it looks like there's shards or trails of energy coming off of it onto her that's still pulsing out in lines across her chest. The source of her sudden drop in temperature is possibly the gem around her neck.
I would like to take it off of her.
Okay.
So basically, it's a necklace, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So Skitter would like to fly up to Azzy's shoulders and just slip the necklace off of her neck.
You can tell that it's frozen in place. You'd have to make a strength
Ah.
check, and you're not sure what kind of damage that would do if you ripped it off.
Then I would like to pull Azzy backwards from the cold bits. I'll land and pull her, pick her up, and walk her away from where she froze in place.
You can walk her from the position she's standing in, but it's the psi crystal that might be causing. The psi crystal seems to be the conduit, so you'll be moving.
Yes,
the problem
but it
with her.
didn't happen until she got to that point. So Skitter's logic is, let's
Got
move
it.
her away from what started it,
Mhm.
and then work from there.
And that doesn't really bring any rewards or change at this point.
I would like to. What's non-essential on a mage?
mages.
I can't answer that question. That's not for me. Azzy,
All right.
what are you wearing that isn't essential?
Let
As
me think about that.
so Skitter would like to try and chip away at some of the ice near her hair, where if something does get damaged, it'll grow back, in
Okay.
theory,
Okay.
and see if she can get through the ice first and foremost. See if it regens, yada yada yada. I'll take like the butt of a javelin and smack it, I guess.
Okay.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh.
It doesn't seem to be right with you. As the hallway goes completely dark and you're no longer familiar with anyone behind you, the two doors in front of you also begin to disappear, and the scene goes dark. Now, do you have dark vision?
I do not.
So there isn't any real eminence of light until you see something in front of you just shining and moving. It's definitely aquamarine or darkish, and then it goes to a darker, different blue as it seems to sway like this. And then what it does is it illuminates the piece that it's in. There's now a sphere, a cylindrical object in front of you with something inside it that's glowing or moving, and it's giving off this blue light. It's all you can see. And as you come near it, you see that you can't. It's really cold. I don't know if you want to touch it, but it's the only other thing in your perception right now.
She's going to, in Infernal, say, "Where am I right now? What's happening?"
You're in my presence. I'm surprised to see you here. Who are you?
I'm surprised to be here. The name is Azzy Black, and you are? I assume he's speaking in Infernal?
No, he's speaking in common.
Oh, okay. She speaks in common as well, then.
So you wandered your way in here and don't know who I am?
I do not.
Where are you in your mortal sense?
Currently, I am in 10 towns.
What world are you on?
What world am I on? Um, Azzy doesn't know. Does she know what the name
Yeah,
of the planet is?
yeah, it's Toril.
What is it?
The name of the planet is Toril. You're in the ruins of You're in the lands of Faerun on the planet Toril, along the well, not completely along the Sword Coast. You're in the Icewind Dale. So
She gives him a very technical
got it,
description
got
of
it.
the realm and the planet and everything else.
O'Reil's domain. Got it.
For now.
You didn't come here by choice?
I did not, but you never answered my question. Who am I speaking to at this time?
I'm known as Levitus.
Wait.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Necromancer.
A pleasure to meet you as well.
How did you get here? And you feel a chill. It's getting colder.
Well, I was inside of the castle of some of your followers, actually. I was about to speak to a soothsayer, and I was trying to find her using my psi crystal. That's when I came here.
I too was speaking with her.
Oh,
Hethel
that
was
explains it.
not going to be happy to see you.
Who?
He said Hethel.
Hethel. Why wouldn't she be?
I'll let you go back to your mortal toils. Well, maybe we'll speak again. Would you like that, little one?
I would like that because it does seem like we have common goals.
Yes. Yes, we do. The crystal around you shatters, and then you're back here, and there's a poke on the back of your neck from some kind of. There's a spear, maybe?
I am using butt end, to be fair.
It's like.
Ow! What?
You are
Skitter, get
encased
off
in
of
ice,
me!
don't yell at me.
What?
You are encased in ice, don't yell at me.
Oh,
There
we're
is a
trying to
little
save
bit of
you.
water on the floor where the ice melted, but it's evaporating quickly.
It's okay, small but mighty. I'm okay now. You don't need to worry.
But mighty.
Tiny but mighty. I'm sorry. I just had a very interesting conversation with our host.
We killed the host.
No. Higher than that. Anyways, let's go find that soothsayer.
Okay.
As he's going to continue down the hallway and knock on one of the doors.
I
That
built
door,
the door on the right
and
or
it's
the
not.
top.
That door is the door north is open. The door south is closed. She's in the door to the north.
Okay. She knocks on the door to the north.
It is open though, so you're welcome to just knock and
Oh,
walk in.
she's being polite.
Or copy that.
Wait, our party's being polite today?
we just ripped the head off the cult leader, but polite is the goal.
That was another party member.
There's a chilly draft that wafts through the bedroom, despite the roaring fire that's trying to keep the room warm. Bundled under a thick quilt and seated in a squatted rocking chair in front of the fire is a dwarf. She has a pegged leg where her right foot should be. Next to her on the small table is a plate of food. And you hear her mumble, "I have been dreading this moment."
Hethel, I assume.
Yes. Now you'd have to enter the room a bit and turn so that the hearth is behind you to face her. So currently you're seeing her back as she slowly rocks.
As he would move slightly away from the hearth and turn to face her.
Okay.
Can we come in? Ma'am?
Would my other party members be welcome in?
Yes. Let's get this done.
Thank you. Skip.
You skip. Clang. Are you coming here or not? Come here.
Aw, Kitty. Kitty said fuck you.
He's like, you can't just be on the book. I'm busy.
Why have you been dreading seeing us?
You're the end. But it's time for it to be over.
What?
We're not here to kill you, soothsayer.
It's not your doing. My own. Levitus calls. It's almost time to go.
Any words of wisdom before you leave?
Plenty. This conversation has gone on in my mind more than once. But I don't know your name.
Oh, how weird of me. Azzy Black.
Black as the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Sword did well. Kadroth wasn't a horrible leader. I wasn't his biggest fan, but he brought the sword up in stature. Was able to coordinate from 10 towns, but Levitus did not take a liking to him. He was a fool. He says was as if she knew he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Call that.
Yeah.
Soothsayer. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Ethan-
those riddles. All the wisdom and psychic knowledge.
What is it you need to know? Well, in a plate next to her is some knuckle trout. She just seems to be ignoring it. Zardok is a dual-guard warlord, and he wishes to conquer all of 10 towns. Levitus does not want this, and if I'm not mistaken, neither do you.
We do not. On top of that, the Frost Maiden, not our biggest fan.
Ovriel has opened a door. There were things trapped in the ice, frozen. She does like her frozen goods.
Is she utilizing these things?
No. To put things in a stasis to make sure they stay beautiful. She keeps them frozen for all time. And her rage has gone too far. Her other friends, The other gods have shunned her, and she has taken up a mortal state. That is not your keyboard.
Cat space.
That is what the cat would like to tell you.
Pay attention to me and feed me. That's what I got from that.
She's
All of these
Can
are
you guys
belong to.
hear how loud this cat's purring?
No.
No, we can't hear it.
Um, time to go back into her tales. I guess. Let's try. I can't say in character with the cat.
You're
Everybody.
fine.
What was she talking about? Apparently, Oriel is keeping everything frozen so that they will stay beautiful. But she has pissed off the rest of her little. She's part of a circle of gods that have shunned her at this point and taken up like a mortal-ish stake in Icewind Dale. So, as a mortal, she can be attacked and possibly thwarted for a time.
Yeah, I told you she just needed friends.
But in doing so, she has opened up a door to which she has the key, and many powerful have noticed that this door has opened. The gap, the bridge between us and the long dead Nezarene is now open. Oh, the cat wasn't done talking.
The Nezarene, you say? Would they be able to reach out? Is there any influence they can have on our world?
They've been
Or
dead for 2,000 years, young one. But their legacy remains. Powerful mages looking for what they may have left behind is the rush. And the goal of the mage currently in the bowels of this keep. Levitus guides her, so I guide her, as I guide you.
Does that mean Tila's the Frost Queen lady you were just talking about?
Who's Tila?
no?
I don't know. She's the first one that I've ever heard. It's the first time I've heard Nezarene was from her, and now I'm hearing it from you. So
Is she
Ancient
a
mages, Skinner.
witch or wizard?
Huh?
Many wizards are trying to find Nezarene artifacts.
yeah, but how many of them are traveling with us who is guided by you?
Azzy. She starts to ignore you, like she's no idea. Who
Don't worry, Tabs. It happens to me a lot.
Azzy.
Fine.
Your group will want to face Zardark, but they're not ready. Test your metal in Icewind Dale. Become stronger before you try to face the Dwarven fortress.
Can you point us toward the door to the Nezarene artifacts or any possible artifacts that exist in this
Way
world?
beyond my sight. My hatred was solely for those Dulgar who are trying to destroy Ten Tones. But I knew you'd be interested in the Nezarene.
Oh, yes, because if we find some Nezarene artifacts, we'll have a better chance of defeating the Duragar.
As every wizard before you and after has believed.
Can you give us any more insight into the Duragar's weakness?
Zardark's completely mad.
What drives his madness?
He believes his own god has brought him up onto the surface. But if I'm bold enough
Ask
to
about
quote,
Everest.
Levitus believes Asmodeus is behind Zardark's motions. But why would the great archdevil want 10 towns destroyed is far beyond me.
He usually has larger aspirations.
Well worded, Azzy. You'd make a cultist yet.
Let's just say I have some experience from my past. So,
Young
I'm trying to
Cold,
think.
I think I've gathered my strength now. What were you saying?
Ask about avarice.
Avarice. Avarice is the name of the wizard below the keep, studying the Nazarene and protected by the cultists from the rest of 10 towns. She comes from Luskin, and Livitus loves her.
I thought you were having a hard time hearing.
Like, he's fond with her, or he wants to make her bride? His bride loves her.
Fond of her. It's not a lustful god. He is many things, but not that.
That's good.
Zardoc has a plan for the systematic destruction of 10 towns. You have to discover it and stop it. That
For me.
is, as I understand, your calling.
I thank you for your time, soothsayer. Your words of wisdom will hopefully carry us to victory in this situation. Help us conquer the Frost Maiden. We have a long road ahead of us.
Hey, Avitus?
Yep.
Everything that Azzy just said is on deaf ears. The woman died about 300 seconds ago.
Womp womp.
you realize it. The woman just died. And then Azzy gets into that.
I shake his head towards her, gently close her eyes, and say, "Be at rest now, soothsayer. You have completed your final task."
Is that a gem on her neck?
Yep. Well, it's one of those. It's one of those black sword Charlatan shards.
Never mind. Don't want it.
Yeah, smart. Wow.
I've been adventuring for a whole 2 years and haven't found many gems yet. This is bull crap. Not powerful enough. Kicks something on the floor and walks out angrily. Stop.
Azzy, I'd like to search the room before we leave to see if there are any journals or diaries or anything like that.
You come up pretty blank. Looks like they left her here to look at her fire and not eat her fish.
Aw. All right. In that case, we're going to go back downstairs and visit the wizard.
Okay.
We should probably get Julin. Oh, I'm already downstairs. Never mind.
Yeah, downstairs, I think there's a whole coordination and battle plan going on.
Yeah. I'm prepping for a forced march across the wastelands with a party that I don't think is very combat trained or
Ready?
military trained, so this is going to be interesting.
There's a lot of heart in these cultists, especially when they... But the thing that's slowing them down is they're not seeing anything Livitus on you. You definitely seem to be a religious figure, but that's throwing them off. And the longer this goes on, the more they feel that there's just something off here. And then you guys come down the stairs.
Azzy's going to go over to Braden and very quietly say, "Change of plans. We're not strong enough to take the fortress yet. Inspire the cultists to train some more."
Oh.
Good luck, puppy.
Well, shit.
Good luck, puppy.
Braden is going to find his fanboy. Actually, he's going to find Julian.
That's easy.
And that's fair. Yeah, we need to talk to all of them again. Azzy!
You literally said we were leaving today. I'm rushing as is. We can't handle it.
I know. Azzy, why are we not ready?
Damn old lady said we weren't strong enough.
Oh.
You say that, and every cultist in this room goes, "Oh."
Oh, shit.
Yes, we spoke with the soothsayer, and she said that while all of you have the heart that it would take to conquer the Dwemer, you don't quite have the battle expertise So what we need to do is we need to train. We need to prepare. And eventually, our party will come back to you, battle ready, and then we can march on the fortress.
Okay.
That.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well. And then they all look to
Uh,
Julian for like how to train or like specifics.
Fine.
Chris, how much money do I think it would take to properly outfit these guys for a march and a battle?
Make I don't know. Roll a d20. I know I'm slipping a little bit today. Just roll a d20.
Right, it's cool.
You're in a castle. There's probably an armory.
Okay, so I don't need to invest in my cult.
No, you've looked at maybe a fifth of this castle right now. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Oh, but there is a mace downstairs. That's Avarice.
Okay.
Do we want to go talk to Avarice while Julian's tells them how to train and stuff?
Why?
You just tell him. I gotta show him.
Why are you
Well,
leaving?
then
Julian?
go. What's that?
Why are you leaving Julian to do all the hard work? It's your cult, Mister Touched by Levitus, Leviticus.
Listen,
Dice Devil
I don't
dude.
know. I haven't had to train a day in my life. You think I'm the right person to teach them how to do that?
Julian does look much more battle ready, I gotta say.
Hey,
No offense,
I
puppy.
Go talk to your wizard.
It's pretty solid actually.
Stomp, stomp,
Julian,
stomp, stomp.
Julian, can you make an investigation check as you try to, I don't know, get the stats of these guys, try to figure out where we are and where we're going. If you're serious about this whole training idea, just your first time really trying to take a look around. You see a bunch of weaklings with scimitars that they don't have any fear in them. They're ready to go, and you know that's only because they've been touched by a devil that's convinced them that dying is okay. This is a suicide squad at best. We got a long way to go if you're trying to get somewhere else besides that. Yeah, good luck.
Well, the first thing I want to do is tell him to get rid of all the scimitars. We're gonna go spears. They're easy to learn and easy to not fuck up.
Okay.
Once all the party go downstairs, because I don't want to do this in front of them. I'm gonna start talking to the cultists if they wanted to see real power and actually follow someone who cares about them.
oh
And
no!
I want to demonstrate real power by casting what is it? My channel divinity, the Twilight one. Twilight Sanctuary over the group of them.
Okay.
Hey guys, just FYI, I just got a text from my brother. He apparently broke his hand.
Oh,
So he's gonna call in a minute, and I'm gonna have to step away here in a bit.
absolutely, mate.
Yeah,
It is like 20+1. So.
Yeah, we could call it actually. We'll wrap it up. You guys. So most of you head downstairs and begin to see that there's this like icy ravine down. So we'll talk about it later. There's like just a water ravine down there that makes it weird to travel. But you can see some flashing in a room, because somebody's practicing some magic. And we'll get to that next week. Twilight Sanctuary is going to be interesting. I'll read up on the effects of that with this group, but they're responsive, Julian, to what you're doing, especially since we've heard about the Suicidator and their leader's already dead. But they're willing to join you, but not leave Levitus, and that's what you gather. Like you're gonna have to combine the two. Good luck with that. I'm sure Saloon's gonna be excited. And that's where we'll call it for now. Yeah.
I'd say that was a productive session.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. We got an army. Yeah.
How many people do we think are in this cult altogether?
You're looking at them. There might be a couple of stragglers.
So like 12 to 15, maybe.
Yeah. Each one of them is a corpse that's been brought back by Levitus to read. Yeah, 'cause they're all a bunch of losers. I mean, yay, cult.
Wait, so are they undead?
No, they were on the
Oh,
brink of death when Levitus saved them from their
yeah,
fate. Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah.
Listen,
They were all
with
out in the
enough
cold.
training and money, it'll be fine. They can go work at the tavern if nothing else.
With enough training and money. There we go.
There's but there's a keep apparently. Um, the only other thing Julie, you mentioned is you realize is that the speaker of this town is on lockdown. He's in his bed. They leave him in there. They let him come out and sign papers sometimes to give the appearance that he's still here and in charge. So he's a prisoner in his own keep. And how you sit with that's one of the last things you gather as the session comes to an end is the speaker who owns this castle and is supposed to be running this town is been by the cultists a prisoner in his own castle, and they only let him out to sign paperwork and make it look like he's still involved, and he's sick, which he really isn't.
Awesome. Okay,
So
figured
yeah,
out.
you may or may not want to address that situation,
Yeah.
but you catch
Also,
on to that while everyone else is downstairs. Sorry, what was that?
then also fuck all y'all insulted Skitter.
Eh?
I missed
What?
that
Who
again.
insulted Skinner?
First, the old lady said she wasn't strong enough, and then you were like, "Oh, Julian looks more ready for period. Always ready, strong."
That's fair.
That makes sense. That makes
Y'all
sense.
insulted her, so she's stomping off downstairs.
Oh,
Poor Skinner.
poor Skitter.
Also, I rolled for it 2 sessions ago. The first time I think with knowledge on Crinchinabon. How much did I actually know about that? Because I'm getting a lot of conspiracy theories running through my head about what's actually going on here.
I'm willing to talk about the conspiracy theories. I realize we're gonna lose Zach any minute, but I'm not in a hurry. So, uh, what are these what's slowing you down? I'm sorry.
No, it's just like how much do I actually know about it in character?
I
Because-
think you rolled really high.
yeah, you did. But your experience at this point is only the black swords that these guys have around their neck. That's the closest you've gotten to the material.
You had me do a history check on Crinchinabon,
Mhm.
and I rolled really high on it. So you said I knew stuff about it, but not like specific details on, I don't know, something certain.
Most of the Crinchinabon that existed was part of that large tower, right? There were some natural pockets, but most of it was turned into that tower, right?
No, Crinchinabon was a crystal, like an artifact that could create those towers.
Oh.
It wasn't actually the tower.
Oh. I was misled. As I
But-
understand it, that tower was destroyed about 100 years ago, and the remnants of that tower have mixed with Crinchinabon and ice and formed Charlton.
I had to make guys.
There was a tower up there that did get messed up that way, but Crinchinabon itself did get destroyed, according to the thing. I was just wondering if how much of this stuff.
Are we
I
losing
knew.
you, Reza?
I go to sleep.
Good night.
Night.
Night, Russ. Good luck at your meeting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So the module picks up with that material becoming Charlton, which is a combination of that, the tower, and ice, just forming together. And what it has is the ability to really soak up magic. It works great with enchantments, but it usually becomes either consecrated or desecrated when that happens.
Well, I was thinking more of what I knew about Crinchinabon itself, because I don't want to put stuff out into the group that could influence people. That's the big kicker here.
I don't know a lot about Crinchinabon. I only know about Charlton.
Okay. Crinchinabon was powered by the sun. And now we're up here messing with its remnants in literally a field that's being kept dark. So my conspiracy theories is like, is that chick actually helping out to try to prevent the rise of Crinchinabon again?
Between you and me, that's the kind of shit in the background Wizard of the Coast does that most people miss, including myself sometimes. There's a very good chance that Rise of the Frost Maiden is going to lead into that. But at the moment, the sun isn't up because I know what the Frost Maiden's doing. I wouldn't be surprised as if that wasn't like a seed or an Easter egg that I missed because I don't know about Conchinnabun.
Yeah. Well, the big
Um,
thing there, like, are we the bad guys in stopping this lady from keeping the sun
oh,
here?
she's evil as fucking needs to be stopped. But usually Wizards of the Coast gives like you can do this bad thing or that bad thing. like
Fair enough.
D&D lately has been a long string of losing scenarios.
Yeah.
uh, I I wouldn't be surprised if there was a downside to bringing the sun back, but the light side is people could live again. So,
So they don't die when those things
Or
thaw
they
out.
could move south like a normal person.
now they're completely cut off. Yeah, that's it.
I
Most
mean, we
I
got
made it
here. Yeah,
most
he got here.
most of them just
Uh,
don't comprehend how they would survive that journey, and some of them have moved here because they're not welcome in the places to the south anymore.
Yeah,
They came
fair
here
enough.
to get lost in the ice and the snow.
Yeah, we've got a lot of outlaws and people that are okay with things like necromancy and other things that are bad up here.
Yeah, Miss Black.
Yeah. I'm not as outspoken in this one as I usually am, but I usually end up just becoming the face of the party or leader, so I'm just trying not to do that.
Yeah, but this party doesn't didn't have one before you, and I'm seeing it happen anyways. That happens to me all the time, so I'm glad it's happening to somebody else.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not a player though, so that's good. I would really like to see what happened if me, you, and Zach were in a game. Like, who's
See
gonna
what happens.
DM that? Like,
All right. Well, if we're calling it, we're calling it. Same time next week, Sunday.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try to connect with the soothsayer telepathically. I roll a natural one. Well, there's somebody else talking to the soothsayer right now. So let me let's talk about this. I hope you
And
enjoyed that
that's
part.
how and that's how Azzy became a warlock.
Yep.
Oh boy. And then, like, you almost had me tapping into the actual creation of the D&D multiverse, which was written back in the 80s. A Guide to Hell, I believe, is the small pamphlet of a book that it came out in which Jezerin and Asmodeus created the multiverse. Well, we'll move on. He's not. No, it's
Beautiful.
a long story. I love it so very much, and it's hidden lore that people usually don't even remember or know about.
Mhm. No, it was a lot of fun though. I really enjoyed our roleplay this session. Going in some interesting directions. We'll see how Azzy and Julian do a little bit later on.
I have noticed that I have noticed that this group has
Love
gone
you,
over.
Mary, but
I
I'm
like
Team
to.
Julian.
What?
Love you, Mary, but I'm Team Julian.
Deep down in Azzy's heart, she wants to be good. She just was raised evil. So we'll see what happens.
You've got Bahamut with you. That's you're all good there.
hmm
Bahamut or die.
I'm calling it.
All right.
Good night,
Have a good night,
everybody.
guys.
Thanks
It was
again.
fun.
Mhm.
Zach, if you're saying goodnight, I think I'm pretending to hear you.
All right. Good night.
Night.